Have you ever looked at Fusion event before and thought to yourself, nah, this is not for me? Well, this is exactly what happened to me. I've never fused a champion before, and today I'm gonna be breaking down why, what I have learned, and how I would prepare if I eventually decide to go for one. If you're on the same boat with me and you're considering your first fusion, this video is for you. Let's talk about why I skipped fusions and what I would do differently. So my main focus was getting my core champions up to level 60, specifically Kyle and Alice. I used all of my energy farming campaign, grinding their masteries and gearing them up for dungeons and campaign. That meant I wasn't thinking in the long term, I wasn't planning ahead, and I wasn't thinking about fusion champions at all. And let me tell you that was a big mistake, because I used a lot of rares in epics and uncommon champions as food, and those champions could be used for fusion. And yes, I saw that warning sign that pop-ups when you try to upgrade a champion, that warning sign that tells you this champion could be used for fusion. I definitely saw that, but I thought to myself, no, I need to get Kyle up to level 60 no matter what. I don't care that they can be used for fusion. I need them ASAP right now to get my Kyle up to level 60. So my main focus was on a different place. And let me tell you, I would have saved some of them, you know? that was a mistake, but now I know what to do. And also, I never had most of my rares and epics fully upgraded, so even if I wanted to fuse, I would have been way behind. Now, if you're just starting out with raid and want some solid boost for your account, there is a chance for you to start with a free legendary champion. Use my exclusive link in the description and you will start your game with Karato Fox Hunter legendary champion again. If you keep up with the good grind, you will also unlock Ugo, Raktordrat, Tagor and Mausoleum Mage as you level up. Just don't forget to register a new account on PC using Plarion Play and a fresh email. And the other thing is just finish your tutorial, guys. That's all. Don't skip this offer, because it's a huge boost for your account and you will easily level up fast and be prepared for events like Fusion. What I didn't realize at the time is that fusions are not only to get an epic or legendary champion, they are also a test of resource management, because in order for you to fuse champions, you need to have resources, you need to have silver, you need to have energy, and you need potions so you can ascend the champions that you want to use for fusion. And that needs some dungeon grinding as well, because like I told you guys, my main focus was grinding campaign, upgrading my starter up to level 60, and I wasn't even focused so much on the dungeons. But let me give you an advice. If you've already upgraded your starter champion up to level 60 and you have been focusing on campaign, firstly, that is great. But after you have your first champion upgraded to level 60, you wanna focus on the dungeons as well. Don't neglect them, because if you want to fuse champions, you really wanna be farming dungeons as well for those potions. Not only one dungeons, but most of them, the dungeons that have potions. Also, if you're low on energy or silver, you're basically stuck unless you spend a lot of resources or real money. So make sure you spend your resources smartly. Make sure your resource management is on point and really look out on how you're spending your energy. So yeah, skipping fusions made sense at the time, but now I have to do things differently and kind of focus on what I need so I can get involved in a fusion. I've never done it before, so I really want to focus on that part of the game for now. And let me tell you the steps I would take so I would be prepared for the next fusion event. First of all, I would actually save fusion rares, epics and uncommon champions, because uncommon champions can also be used for fusion. Make sure before you use a champion as food, check them if they can be used for fusion, and don't rush into using every champion as food, because you will regret it later. Right now I regret it. I wish I had saved some of the champions I had. Even if you don't go for fusion, having them ready just in case is huge. The next step I would take to prepare for eventual fusion, this is to level up champions ahead of time. Instead of waiting for the next fusion event to drop, I would start prepping out my champions like key rares and epics, so I'm not rushing later. The next thing I would definitely do is to stockpile resources. Silver for upgrading, energy for farming dungeons, and potions for ascension. This is where managing resources smartly really matters. As you can see, I'm again low on silver because I used it to upgrade my champions, also to upgrade their weapons. That's the reason why I'm low on silver right now. And in order for me to get silver, I would have to farm campaign. Also, never skip my daily quest because they give you silver. If you do your daily quests and don't skip missions that can also give you silver, you will get silver within no time, so I'm not worried about that part. Lastly, I would plan around events because fusions overlap with tournaments, champion training, and summoning events. If I time things right, I can double dip and make the grinding way easier. So am I finally ready to go into my first fusion? Not at all, but the things I'm planning to do and how I'm planning to prepare, I think this would really help me to go for my first fusion. And what I'm planning to do is maybe to start with broadmaw because I really want to get into fusion and fully understand how it works. Also, the reason I am planning to go for that fusion is because I have half of the champions I need, and the champions that I like at the moment can be easily acquired from farming Durham Forest and from mystery shards. Actually, I'm not sure if I should go with that fusion. I haven't made my little research about this champion. I don't know if he's worth it. So definitely before going into fusion and preparing all those champions I need here, I would see if he's really worth it. Otherwise, I would probably go for any of the other champions. I think Lady Mikage, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but she's definitely worth it. I know that she's mythical, but for that mythical champion, we need a lot of other champions that I don't have at the moment. So I really need to plan ahead and do some research about fusions. Have you ever done a fusion before, guys? If so, what is your #1 tip for people like me that have never done one before? Drop your advice in the comment section below. I would be so happy to read it. So that's my take on fusion, why I've never done it before, what I have learned, how would I prepare for my first fusion ever. So if you found this video helpful and enjoyable, hit that like and subscribe for the channel for more raid content. Thank you so much for sticking around and thank you for watching this video. See you next time.